Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and this is where we cover politics, true crime and current affairs. Today we're going to continue with our coverage of the case of the alleged murder of Eric Richins by his wife Kouri Richins. Again, another day and there's something else going on in this case, but let me sit up a bit, there we go. There's a story that is exclusive to the Daily Mail. I can't share the screen of the Daily Mail because their website is so full of adverts it makes my screen just poop itself. So we're not even going to try. I've got screenshots, that will do. But the Daily Mail have got an exclusive saying that CL, remember CL, the person who allegedly Kouri got the fentanyl from. Her name is Carmen Lauber, sorry if I've mispronounced that, and she is the housekeeper who sold Moscow Mule Killer Kouri Richins. I have never heard her called that, by the way, the Moscow Mule Killer. Have you? I haven't seen it anywhere apart from in this story. But who sold Moscow Mule Killer Kouri Richins fentanyl used to poison her husband, claims she's having an emotional breakdown and fears she'll crumble on the stand. Where's the image? There we go. So this is the article that I am currently quoting from. Again, it is a screenshot. I do apologise. As you can see, because as I said, the Daily Mail website is poopy. That's my technical term. But I just took a screenshot of my mobile phone, the first page. Okay. That one. There we go. So this is the article that I'm going to be speaking about. And I'm going to be reading it from my mobile phone because, as I said, the Daily Mail website is not friendly. Okay. The woman who allegedly sold Moscow Mule Killer Kouri Richins the fentanyl she allegedly used to poison her husband has written to a Utah judge that she fears she might crumble on the stand, dailymail.com can reveal. I'll be giving my thoughts about this article at the end. Carmen Lauber, who worked as a housekeeper for the murder suspect and her family, is the prosecution's star witness, as she's the only known witness linking Richins to the opioids that killed her husband, Eric Richins. But on September the 26th, Lauber, aged 51, wrote a letter to a Utah judge handling her separate drug case. In the letter, she claims she is having an emotional and physical breakdown and desperately craving illegal medicines. She also claimed that the court has imposed cruel restrictions on her, preventing her from seeing her own family, including her 2 daughters. They call them criminal daughters. That doesn't feel right to say. Because I don't know if they are criminals, and even if they are, that has nothing to do with this particular case. Whilst the restrictions may be intended to keep her in line for the pending murder trial, Lauber argued they're actually having the opposite effect. News of the letter comes the day after Richins' lawyers asked the judge to dismiss the case due to prosecutorial misconduct over the release of a letter that was allegedly found in her prison cell. That letter supposedly was to be sent to family members to tell them how to give evidence, but Richins says it was an outline for a book she is writing. More to come on that in a future video. In her letter to the judge, Lauber gave a warning that she's tempted to break her sobriety and might not even make it to trial if the court doesn't ease up on her. She's written to Judge Jennifer Mabee who is dealing with her separate criminal case. She wrote about the stress and how it really scares her to testify against Kouri, and argued that if she's feeling like this, she's afraid she might crumble on the stand. She begs to see her family. The holidays are coming up, and it kills her to think that she won't be able to see them. She added that the restrictions feel cruel due to the fact that one of her daughters is fully terminated from probation and the other is getting early termination. So her daughters are on the right path, maybe? Lauber would not comment when approached by dailymail.com. Richins, who has 3 sons, allegedly killed her husband of 9 years, Eric, on March the 3rd, 2022, then waged a legal battle within weeks of his death in a bid to secure an estate valued in excess of $3.6 million. She later published a picture book to help children cope with losing a loved one. And she was promoting the book, called Are You With Me, the month before her arrest on May the 8th this year. Investigators say she gave Eric a lethal dose of fentanyl disguised in a Moscow Mule in their home in Utah. An autopsy determined that he had died from a fentanyl overdose and that the level of the drug in his system was 5 times the lethal dosage. A medical examiner indicated that the drug used was illicit and not medical grade and was likely ingested orally, according to charging documents. Prosecutors have said that in the months before his death, Richins tried to make herself the sole beneficiary of her husband's life insurance policy. But Eric had changed his will and power of attorney to give his sister full control because, according to a police warrant, he had been worried his wife might try to kill him for money. In May this year, the dailymail.com exclusively revealed that Kouri launched a legal dispute against Eric's family within weeks of his death to secure the estate of $3.6 million. She claimed that Eric had tried to defraud her by secretly transferring the family home, all personal property and interest in the masonry business he ran with friend and partner into a trust owned by his sister in November 2020. Richins, I assume Kouri, also took out multiple life insurance policies on Eric worth close to $2 million and attempted to drill into his safe just 48 hours after he died, according to Eric's family. She also allegedly attempted to poison him on several other occasions, including in February 2022, when Eric broke out in hives after consuming a sandwich which Kouri had placed on the seat of his truck, alongside a love note on Valentine's Day. In the days before Eric died, the couple had also been arguing about Kouri's plans to purchase and flip a $2 million home, according to court documents. On March the 4th, the day before the alleged murder, I think he was murdered on the 4th, Kouri signed the closing papers on the 10-acre property and invited her friends over for a party at her house where she was drinking and celebrating, affidavits for search warrants show. Kouri is also facing a lawsuit seeking over $13 million in damages for alleged financial wrongdoing before and after Eric's death. The lawsuit filed in state court by Richins Benson, i.e. Eric's family, accuses Kouri of taking money from Eric's accounts, diverting money intended to pay his taxes, and obtaining a fraudulent loan before his death. Lauber, the person who has allegedly supplied the medicine, admitted supplying Kouri with 15 to 30 fentanyl pills on 2 occasions 1 month before Eric's death, charging $900 each time, according to a search warrant affidavit. But Kouri's mother dismissed Lauber's account, calling her a habitual liar who will do anything to save her own backside in any possible way. If her mouth is moving, she's lying, according to Kouri's mother about Lauber. She worked for my sister for 9 months and she would steal money out of a client's home. The cops were called on a couple of occasions because big money came out missing. She's a thief, she's a liar, she's that person you don't want to know, to be honest with you. That is according to Kouri's mother talking about Lauber. Oh! Speaking with dailymail.com, Darden, Kouri's mother, said she continues to see her daughter as a wonderful person who gives far more than she ever in life receives. And I'm not saying that because I'm her mother, she added. I see on a daily basis all the things she has done. She highlighted several, saying she's a Boy Scout leader and during flood season she has them fill sandbags and give them away to the people whose areas are flooding. And for the firefighters who work 20 hours a day during fire season, she takes them ice, water, cookies. At Christmas time, she buys all these presents to supply 3 families thousands of dollars. I know my daughter, she continued. I could name you 50 people that I think could do it, but not her. She lives and dies for her boys, she said, stating that Kouri still speaks twice a week with her children. Her boys are her world, Kouri's mother said, and you think she would jeopardise that for this? Absolutely not. She would have divorced him first. Kouri's mother said she's expecting a full acquittal. I think she's going to walk out of there quickly, said her mum. I'm hoping all 12 jurors agree, but even if they don't, you can't tell me that half of them won't agree. It's not there. She did not do this. So Kouri's mum has spoken to dailymail.com and has opinions on Carmen Lauber. It's interesting that Kouri's family seem to be vocal in the media, let's say. And I don't know how the Daily Mail obtained this letter that was sent to a judge. Let me see, because they don't actually state how they found this letter. Let me zoom in so you can see it. Is it that one? No, bear with me. That one. Okay. Oh, I'm still zooming, sorry. Oh! Stop zooming! Oh, this is wonderful, isn't it? I do apologise. Right, let's go up to that. There we go. Right, let me see what that looks like. There. Oh, you can see it. Wonderful. Okay, let me go back to this letter then. Let's see. Okay, so this is the letter that Carmen Lauber sent to Judge Maybe. Apologies that it's blurry, but this is a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot because Daily Mail do not want you to download this document. So, Judge Maybe, I am writing you this letter because I need to make a statement that if I said in person during the court date can be used against me or used to discredit me by Kouri Richins' attorney. And I'm also afraid it could get leaked to the media and my personal life put on the news. It involves my mental health, physical health and state of being. So she doesn't want it in the news. Someone has leaked this to the Daily Mail. Who? I would love to know. As you know, I have been 100% complied with everything that's been asked of me by both Summit and counties. I check in every time I've been asked. I've cooperated as much as I can with investigators and have had to cut people very close to me out of my life. You have asked that I not have contact with either of my daughters. This means I can't see my grandchildren. I've missed football season with my grandsons, birthday parties and even a baby shower for my daughter. I've lost many meaningful weekends with those who are most important to me. Even Nick Bonsavage, who has been such a supporting and uplifting person in my life. Also, that I can show that I am willing to cooperate 100%. I've been court ordered into isolation and it's starting to really hurt me in ways I haven't felt before. I have never felt so alone, depressed and hopeless. I am continuing to see my therapist and doing everything I can, but it doesn't help the fact I can't see my family and close friend and it's really hurting me. I have not used illegal medicines and have stayed true to myself, but I can't help some days just thinking about giving up. It's getting tough and I'm having thoughts that are dangerous to my sobriety, long-term goals, and everything I've worked for. I'm not sure why these restrictions are in place. If they are for my safety, it is doing the opposite. Bear with me while I attempt to zoom in. No. Down here. Yes. Maybe. Sorry. Last week I was hospitalised after having lost consciousness and falling on the floor, breaking my nose. I had dangerously low blood pressure and I now have several doctor's appointments to try and figure out what's wrong. I hurt deeply inside. Because of the situation, my work found out and I was put on administrative leave without pay and had to fight to keep a job I've had for 10 years. So many things are squeezing me and I can't get any support from the people who can support me. My family is hurting and so am I. My anxiety is constantly through the roof and a lot of it is because I fear the unknown of what's going to happen to me. Now let me see if I can zoom in on this last page. Sorry, I'm not technically savvy, as you may have noticed. Ooh. Please let me see my family. I miss my grandkids so much and seeing them would make such a difference in my life that no amount of therapy could ever do. The holidays are coming up and it kills me to think I won't be able to see them. These restrictions feel cruel and I don't understand them. One of my daughters is fully terminated from probation and the other is getting early termination. Nick applied to and was accepted at the University of Utah and is doing really good. I'm asking that you please reconsider these restrictions for my family and friends. It really scares me to testify against Kouri Richins and it gives me a lot of anxiety, but I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to cooperate fully and show you that I'm going to do what's asked of me. If I am feeling like this, I'm afraid I might crumble on the stand. If I was able to be surrounded by those who support me throughout the process, it would really make this so much easier. Please reconsider the restrictions on my family and friends, or at least clearly tell me what has to be done so that I can see my family by the holidays. Thank you, Carmen Lauber. Again, I would like to know how the Daily Mail got this email that is allegedly for the judge. How? How have they managed to get hold of this? It doesn't actually say. And I had a rummage around the internet and can't find it. So how did they get it? But I definitely have opinions. Like, why is she being stopped from seeing her family? As a Carmen. It doesn't seem right. I know she's done things she shouldn't be doing, but she's not in prison. So, but it isn't. I would like to know how they got this email that was sent to a judge who is handling a separate case, not the Kouri Richins case, a separate case in regards to Carmen. And as for Kouri's family's opinions about Carmen, how long have they known Carmen? Like, their comments are nasty. It's not very nice. And in regards to the letter that was allegedly found in Kouri's prison cell, the walk the dog letter, the jailhouse letter, whatever you want to call it. I've done a whole video on it. There's a oh my gosh, this girl, she needs to sit on her hands and keep her mouth shut, because there's transcripts of a phone call that she had discussing the letter. It's messy, but I need to actually sit down and read through the transcript and write up what I want to say. So that's going to come soon. So make sure you subscribe and like this video as well. It helps the algorithm. So right, because I'm like, look, I'm having to read it from here because the Daily Mail website is poopy. What else did I want to say? The legal battle with Eric's family. I have again done videos about that. Go back and watch them. They have kept very quiet. I think they said they were concentrating on the children, which is kind of what you want to hear. Lauber, by the way, has been fitted with an ankle bracelet whilst she is on bail, being watched, something or other, for her crimes in regards to illegal medicines. Bear in mind that Eric died of an overdose of fentanyl, and there was 5 times the lethal dosage in his system. And the night he died, Kouri phoned the police, ambulance, etc., and they turned up, and she said that it was only her, Eric, and the children in the house that night. And she was adamant that Eric never touched illegal medicines. He did the odd gummy, but that's it. It has since been said by Kouri's brother that Eric did do illegal medicines. So, I don't know. It's definitely a case that keeps on giving. I'm going to continue covering it, because I've been covering it since she was arrested back in May. And I'm going to just keep going. If they're going to keep giving me content, I'm going to keep going. But what do you think about Carmen being not allowed contact with her family? I personally think it's a bit harsh. She's not in prison. And what do you think of Kouri's mum's words about Carmen? Like, what was it? If her mouth is moving, she's lying. That's just rude. You know, it feels uncomfortable that the family are saying so much so often. And again, where did the Daily Mail get this email from? Who leaked it? Is it real? I don't know. What do you think about the letter? Email, sorry, I'm old. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and it's, again, an update in this case. As I said, I will continue covering it. I've got a whole playlist. If you want to catch up, I recommend go watching the playlist, of course. And if you want to stay up to date, make sure you subscribe. I will be doing another video. As I said, there's a telephone transcript. And there was something else that's come out recently. I can't remember what it is. And Kouri is next due in court on the 3rd of November. Hopefully they will be setting a trial date then, because we still haven't gone to trial. And keep in mind, Kouri is innocent as of today. As of recording this video, she is presumed innocent because she has not gone to trial. She is being held in prison, jail, with no bail. She was denied bail. And keep in mind that there are children involved. So if you do comment on this topic here or elsewhere, please keep that in mind, that Kouri is innocent and there are children involved. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know how you found this video. If you're part of the Reddit community, hi. Thank you for joining me. You know how much you guys mean to me if you've seen my previous posts in the Kouri Richins subreddit. Thank you, means a lot. And otherwise, yeah, you can find me on all the social medias. Down the bottom of screen. But that's it. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.